This is video 5 in a series on Agentic Retail Operations. We get to see another impact of Agentic AI together with retail standards under the Association for Retail Technology Standards umbrella. This video will focus on serving customers through inventory management. I am the Wizard of POS, and this video is brought to you by Shopvisor. So how do these ART standards make agentic inventory management possible? Well, ARTS was originally created by the National Retail Federation, provides standardized data model and integration patterns across the point of sale, inventory, product, and supply chain system, covering over 90% of retail. And Agentic AI relies on these standards to operate autonomously without brittle custom rules. So what are the key components of ARTS that matter for inventory? Well, first and foremost, the foundation of ARTS, which is the data model. It defines consistent structures for product, inventory, location, and movement data, allowing agentic AI agents to interpret stock levels and item attributes reliably. POS log, the message model, the primary message model for retail, provides a standardized real-time data stream of sales transactions, enabling agents to detect demand spikes, anomalies, and shrink patterns. That's the heart to making that figure work. The data warehouse model structures historical data for forecasting, seasonality analysis, and trend detection. And then, of course, there's a whole set of integration standards that ensure replenishment, ordering, and allocation systems communicate in predictable ways so agents can orchestrate multi-step workflows from a variety of different vendors. These standards give Agentic AI a unified map of the retail environment, which is essential for autonomous action. Let's look at several of the steps that helps Agentic AI actually automate inventory management. First, real-time demand sensing. Using POS log and the ODM data, agents continuously monitor sales velocity, basket patterns, location-level anomalies, and channel-specific demand shifts. This allows the system to detect early signals of stockouts or overstocks and act before humans even get a chance to notice. Step 2, doing autonomous replenishment. With standardized inventory and ordering schemas, agents can trigger replenishment orders, adjust order quantities based on trends, reroute inventory between stores, that's really critical in things like COVID, and update safety stock thresholds. Retailers using Agentic AI reports up to 15% fewer stockouts and 20% less overstocks, driven by these autonomous decisions. Step 3, exception handling and root cause detection. Oh, you want to know about problems as soon as you can. Agentic AI identifies and resolves issues such as supplier delays, inventory mismatches, shrinking or scanning errors, unexpected demand spikes. Because ARTS defines how events and data are structured, the agent can trace issues across systems without specialized custom logic. Step 4, forecasting and scenario planning. This is a tough one because figuring out what you're going to buy at Christmas time in January is really a best guess. So the ARTS data warehouse structures allow agents to run continuous forecasting, so now you can get it in real time. Test alternative replenishment strategies, simulate promotions or weather impacts, and recommend allocation changes. This shifts forecasting from periodic batch processes to continuous adaptive intelligence. You want to be able to react before it becomes a problem. Step 5, omni-channel inventory optimization. Boy, this is really critical in today's world. Agents use standardized product and location data to balance store versus online inventory, optimize ship from store decisions. This is really important to get fast response to your customers. Reduce split shipments, and improve fulfillment speed. Arts ensures that inventory definitions and statuses are consistent across all channels. So why is Agentic AI plus Arts more powerful than traditional automation? Well, traditional automation follows rules. Agentic AI reasons and acts. Art standards give it the structured environment needed to understand inventory states across systems, take multi-step actions without human intervention, scale decisions across hundreds of stores, maintain auditability and governance, reduce errors caused by inconsistent data. This is a big one. This combination turns inventory management from reactive to proactive and often fully autonomous. So it provides a deeper advantage, enterprise-wide consistency. That's huge. Because Arts is widely adopted across retail systems, Agentic AI can operate consistently across the point of sale, the ERP, the WMS, the e-commerce platform, and various supplier systems. And in fact, if there's tight cooperation between the supplier and the retailer, they're almost like looking into each other's inventory systems. So where does ShopVisor come in? And why does it have an unfair advantage? Because art standards leadership was done by the people who are creating ShopVisor. So I want to introduce the next person in the team. It's Tom Sterling. He was the creator of the arts data model way back in 1994, and he was the last creator of the data model. He added a whole lot of customer information that gives you the whole demographic, psychographic world of the customer. He has 30 years of experience in data modeling, software development, and activity-based costing. He was the architect of the 700 table, 7,000 plus attribute foundation for arts and for Agentic AI to be successful. He's adapted and extended the arts data model for a range of retailers, including Costco, Giant Eagle, AutoZone, TGX, and Four Eyes. He's one of the most brilliant people you ever meet. He talks like a college professor.
My name is Dennis Driscoll. I have over 30 years of experience in retail technology, software development, integration, and consulting, specifically in point of sale and e-commerce technologies. I'm a retail guy, programmer, manager, problem solver for the companies I've worked for and with over a 40-year career. I've worked with retailers, vendors, and system integrators. It's this experience I brought to arts and has enabled me to look at problems across multiple angles. I was a member of the Arts Technical Committee from 1999 to 2015. As a member of the Technical Committee, I contributed to the data model, the OPOS, UPOS, JavaPOS standards for device drivers, and I co-authored several of the OMG Arts RFPs.
I am Richard.Halter, and I was the CTO for arts for over 20 years. And so I was involved in building all of the art standards. You can see all of the various messages, the data models, the unified POS devices, the RFPs, the blueprints, integration reports, and the retail business process model. I helped build all of that. And it covers over 90% of what exists in retail and C-store and in food service environments. And to help people understand it, I wrote a book explaining all of this. And I've also created over 70 YouTube videos that are targeted senior retail executives. I try to explain things without getting too deep into the technical things, like if you want to understand how blockchain works. It's a high-level overview of that. And I have trained major retailers and vendors all over the world. I've traveled over 1 million miles on this, and I've taught them how to solve their number one problem, integrating applications from a huge number of different vendors. Thank you for watching this video by ShopVisor. Be sure to look forward to our next video in this whole series. If you need to learn more, reach out to me to learn more. I am Richard.Halter at Cox.net.